Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Welcome to my channel. This is the first Saturday video for the month of September 2023 and I am concentrating using the circle saying. So all of my Saturday videos and my Monday videos will be using this stamp set, which came with the 2 3/8 inch circle punch, and I always tend to combine it with the 2 inch and the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. So if you don't have the punches, use dies. The punches for me are so much easier. I do have a tendency, sorry, I got to scoop my chair up, to say, give me a punch over a die any day, and I do mean that. So let's get started. I have a card to show you of what we are going to make. So this is my card. Now this was inspired from this card I received in a swap for my Bremerton. And this is her name down here. Now, why I cannot see it clearly with my glasses, I apparently need a new one, but this was a swap. I love this book fold going this direction. It's very, very cute. I really liked it. So this was my inspiration. I'm going to set that back with my swaps, and this is the card I created. I really, really, really like it. So let's go over what you're going to need. We are going to do some embossing on camera. I've already done the punches. I'm going to show you how I used a scrap piece of DSP for this card. So let's get on with what you are going to need. I am going to put this card in a clear envelope. So I didn't write this down. So this is just a piece of printer paper. I'm going to use this for my mailing label. We will decorate it. But this is 4 by 5 1/4. Now, I do have a sample to show you here. If you do not want to put an address label on the inside of the card, you'll see that. You can just use those adhesive labels, and it goes this way, name and address, and do it like so. So I'm going to set those right over there. Hopefully the fan doesn't go away. So first thing you're going to need is a card base that is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and we're going to score this together at 4 1/4 and 5 1/4, and that's going to give us that little fold there. So that'll be one cardstock layer. So we have Parakeet Party. I am using from Glorious Gingham. I'll show you the package in a minute. This is Lemon Lime Twist. I don't have any of that cardstock yet. So we're going to go with Parakeet Party to marry it up. So cardstock layer number 1 is, oops, that's this little one. 3/4 of a strip by 5 1/4. We're going to emboss that, like I said, on camera. Cardstock layer number 2 is 3 by 5 1/4. Both of them are in Parakeet Party. This one will need to get trimmed down a little bit, and I have this little strip. This is a 1/4 inch strip, which we are going to use on the inside of our card. So Glorious Gingham DSP. This is, you guys can see, that is the order number. Great packet. I used this in my so this is Lemon Lime Twist. That is Pretty Peacock. We have Berry Burst. There's Blueberry Bushel. And this one is Pecan Pie. And I can't wait to do full cards with that. I saved all of that for myself. So leftover from my event, I had these strips that are 2 by 6, as these are 6 inches. So we are only going to use one of those for this card, and we're going to use the whole entire thing, and I'm going to show you how I cut that. And then for the inside, 3 by 5 1/4. Now our punches are as such. The 2 3/8 is Starry Sky. The 2 inch here is Parakeet Party, and the 1 3/4 inch is in white. Basic white, same thing, right? So let's put all of those aside and let's get started. I need my cutter trimmer tool here. I'm going to put those aside. So here is my 5 by 8.5. We are going to score at 4 1/4, which is right here. Light blade being the scoring blade. That dark blade is the cutting blade. We don't want to use it. So 1, 2, and 3. That's how I like to do it. Now we're going to move it over 1 inch to 5 1/4, and we're going to score again 1, 2, and 3. And that is our fold. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to fold on that 4 1/4 inch first and give it a good crease with the bone folder. Now I'm going to fold it back on the 5 1/4 mark, like so. Now we're going to marry these, glue them together with some, I'm going to use liquid glue. Feel free to use whatever glue that you so feel you are comfortable with using. You guys know I prefer my liquid glue. So I'm going to push that down. And actually, I have some little clips here. I'm going to use, paper clip will work too, as I'm going to set this aside and let that dry. I'm going to set that right up there. Move this. Next, I'm going to bring out that little cute little mini cutting and emboss machine. And we are using the Stripes and Splatters embossing folder. There's 2 of these. I don't do a lot of embossing folders, but I do really like these little ones. I wish they came out with a bigger variety of them. So we're using the Stripes. And for these 3D embossing folders, you want to use the white plate, which is plate 1. And the dark gray plate, right here it says 3D embossing folders, right? So on the back I put 3D, so we're using 1 and 4, and my parakeet party. We're going to do this twice. So we're going to open it up, as this takes almost the entire folder. There we go. Now the best way to do these is to offset it. And how I mean offset is I'm going to place it like so, and then I'm going to place this right like that. See how they're staggered? They're offset. And that is going to make it go through. Maybe I need to do it more of an offsetting. Okay, bring that down some. We can stagger it like that. There you go. Crank it on out there, and we're going to repeat this one more time using the other 2 little strips. So here's one. Great texture, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So I want these little strips. Now this one here will be cut down again. I don't think that one will not work. So I'm going to set this one right about here. It's getting like 3 stripes on it. Making sure it's kind of straight. So I'm going to offset those. See how they're offset? That's really quick, easy. Just crank them on in there. And that is all done. So those are, if I can get that one off, which we're going to do, cut that one down since it's not quite where it needs to be. It needs to be at 5 1/4, and it is not. So now it's where it needs to be. And we're going to glue those right on down to our card base that has just had a little bit of help. There, now it's going to open really nicely. So my liquid glue again, because this is my preferred glue. This little strip here is going to go right in here. Going to smooth it on out. Next one is our larger, This is cardstock layer number 2, 3 by 5 1/4. And this one is gonna go right here. Alright, so that is all done. Now I'm going to show you how I cut a 2-inch strip into 3 pieces. So right now it's 2 by 6, but we need it to be 2 by 5. So there's 5. I'm still going to keep that little piece. And next we're going to make 2 cuts that are 3/4 of an inch. So there's one. Get it out of there. And here's 2, 3/4 of an inch. And that's going to leave us with the 1/2 inch strip, which we're going to pop the opposite direction. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to have it like so, just to add a little difference, using up some of my DSP here. Nice bright summery colors. So this one is going to start right about there. I'm starting with the outside ones first. I want to move this up a little, just a hair. So there's that one. This next one is going to go down on the opposite side. Putting quite a bit of glue on it because it is an embossed image, so I want to go roughly the same amount. Now this little one is the one we flipped. Alright, and this one is going in the center. Just because we can, and that was a 2-inch strip of scrap that we just used. So next, you can see on our card, we are going to be using our circles. So I do have some organdy ribbon here. If I can get it started. And we're going to wind it. This time I'm going to do it the full way. So I'm going to start off with a tail here. Okay, and I'm going to have a loop. And I'm going to bring it down. You're going to see the back in a minute. A loop down at the other end and a tail. And I'm going to go ahead, get my ribbon scissors here. As really that's all these scissors are good for. I hate to say that, and just they're just too big. They're too big to be paper cutting scissors. So we're going to go ahead, trim this off. Now I'm going to flip it over and you're going to see the back. I have it all nice and lined up. I don't want it overlapping. Okay, and we're going to bring in Mr. Frog and the Handy Dandy Scotch tape that he has on his back. My grandson took off with Mr. Frog and I found him in the house. I was like, what? And then this was all wadded up with tape. It's like children, you know, so they just cannot help themselves. So there we go. I'm going to add a little bit more because I don't think I caught it all. And I don't mind putting the Scotch tape on there. It just helps me out. See, we have that gorgeous little ribbon effect going, and we'll trim that down here once we get it on its spot. And it is going at an angle, and you just have to decide. I want the bigger loop here at the bottom, like so. You could do it straight down, but I really liked it with the dimensionals, which are over here. So let's pop some of the dimensionals on. 1, 2. I'm actually going to put 4 on this one. Normally I do a triangle effect with circles, but I'm needing a little extra help because of all the ribbon. So we're going to pop those little backings off, guys. And I said I wanted the larger loop down at the bottom and the smaller loop at the top. That looks good to me. Now I'm going to take my ribbon scissors and I'm going to cut at an angle there. And this one is cut actually at the wrong direction, so it needs to be this way. Let me get these off the table here. So it's going that way. Ribbon scissors need their cap. These could stab somebody horribly. And the cap just came off too, so that's all right. So next we have our parakeet party, which you could run this one through the embossing folder. Shall we do that? I think we need to. I don't think we do. So let's go ahead and do it. You know, well, woman, you can always change your mind. Men can too. But let's go ahead. I mean, we have everything else ran through there. So pop it down, stagger it. Maybe. Ah, that one wasn't staggered. Why is that? Okay, let's try it this way. There we go. Just add a little bit more of a layer of interest to our card, having it embossed. I don't know why I didn't do that the first time around. So next, we're going to keep our stripes going the same direction as the ones on our card. We want them to be straight, up and down. Ooh, I definitely like that little bit of added interest. So next we have our 1 3/4 inch circle punch. Now we are using Parakeet Party. Nope, we're using that to use some splatters. I'm using the itty bitty backgrounds, which you guys know I love. They are retired, but there are lots of choices for spatters, splotches, splatters, whatever you want to do. So we are going to start with a warm hello in Starry Sky in the center. There you go. Then we're taking this image, which is the seashell image, right there. And yes, I know that it is meant to be curvy-wurvy, but we're not doing that. Okay, we are doing just bringing in some of this as an accent. So there's a bit. I'm going to turn it this way. I just want portion of it over there, and then we're going to color those in. Now I'm going to go on this side and I just really want those two. That's what I want. Now we're going to color these in, flip it over. Oh, let's first go ahead and stamp in Parakeet Party all over this. So full strength, 1, 2, just add a little bit more color to it. And I am using the Core Color Stampin' Write markers, the new ones. In particular colors, we are using Lemon Lolly, Azure Afternoon, Berry Burst, and Lemon Lime Twist. So Lemon Lime Twist is the conch shell here. Just nice, bright, fun colors. And let's see. we're using Lemon Lolly for, we're going to do the seashell this time. That's the only one it looks like. Next is Berry Burst. And we are going to do the tiny starfish here. And we're going to do this one over here. Might have to add a little bit more colors on something here. So 1, 2, 3, we're going to do the clamshell or scallop, close enough. And then we're going to do 2 in Azure Afternoon. So that's going to be this starfish. I mean, you could use blends. I don't happen to have these colors in blends. All I have are the Stampin' Write markers. And that's why I'm using them. Using what you have. So there's that. Set those aside. This is going to go up on Dimensionals. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. And we are so close to being finished, everybody. Hopefully everything is in camera, as I cannot tell at the moment. Alright. Gorgeous. Now, we definitely have to do some Wink of Stella on our seashells. That will make it so sparkly and so pretty. Bright, beautiful card. This could be a happy birthday. This could be a thinking of you. I love the hellos. You guys know I love a hello. So next we're going to work on the inside of our card and our address label. So the inside of the card first. Going to have to work on this side here. And where's our starry sky? We're bringing back these. So I'm going to start like right there. Then what I have to do is bring a Post-it note. And I'm going to cover up this seashell. And I'm going to do another one. I'm going to cover it up again, right there. And you guessed it, we're going to go again. And one more time right here. Let me scoot this up a bit. Yikes, lost my spots. Alright, now I'm going to add a little bit more to this one for the moment. I want to add some of that Parakeet Party. We're not going to color in the seashells, but I do want to add just a little hint of this along the side. Then we're going to add that little strip to it, but we're going to do our address label. So our address label goes like such. And we're going to add the seashells. Hold on, let's see. We're going to add them up here. And we're going to add them down here just because we can. And we messed that up. Let's try again. I'm not happy with that. I got a halo going on with that down there. So we got to cut a new piece. Real quick. And this, like I said, is just computer printer paper. This is no big deal. So we're going to cut it to 4. and by 5 1/4. Let's move all that out of the way. I'm not bothering with Stampin' Pierce mat or anything like that. I do need the scratch paper though. Alright, so we want to add, let's see, right there. And then at the opposite corner, and now our parakeet party with our little splotchy images. So we're going to come like so. Just to tie in our entire card design. So that's our label. I'm going to show you, we're going to stick this in our card. We can address that as such. I can even, let's go even a step further. I'm going to put my stamp right there. So now it's ready to be mailed, and I'll stick a stamp right there. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. So this part is done. We just need to glue that little tiny strip, as long as I can find it here. Anybody seen it? Ah, come on. It's 1/4 of an inch strip, and it's disappeared now. Well, I guess we're not putting that in the inside of this card, and that really thanks, because I really liked that piece. I can always add it later. It's going to show up. X marks the spot. Though it was visually cool, just that little pop of green. But we have the parakeet party there, but I still want my little, I'll show you. It's got to be around here somewhere. Just don't know where at the moment. That little pop of green. See, that's what I'm looking for, and it seems to have, oh, there it is. But now I can't trim it off. Oh, it's right to where it needs to be. Oh, yay. Okay. We need to stamp it, though, with that parakeet party real quick. So there, 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 and there. And now it can go in its rightful place, which is right here. And then we're going to add what some of you guys, I don't know, a lot of people who do crafts do a lot of different crafts, and people who do the, what do you call it? Diamond art painting. My aunt does, my girlfriend does, and they give me their leftovers, and I use them on cards. They're leftover little dots. That's how I did all of these. Now this is where your take your pick tool is just like an absolute must to pick up all these little suckers. So I have some poured in here because I have them all in a big bag. And I know that I want one here. And one, I'm going to stick one, I think, right over here this time. And I just did, oops, I already got it, little putty cap. This is awesome for picking up stuff like this. So let me see. There's one. The only thing is sometimes it doesn't want to come off the putty end like there, especially when you have nails. Let's try that again. And of course it doesn't work when you're doing it on camera. But we will make it work. I'm going to use a little added tool. So I want those bright blue ones. Where are you? I can use the pail to start, I suppose. There's one, as long as I get them 2. And I want a dark blue one here and a dark blue one there. There's that one. Oops, that one's black. You don't want the black one. Is that one black too? No, that one's blue. Okay. Black, not a good idea. I want to add a little bit more glue there. Why does that one look just as black as this one does? My eyesight is not behaving properly. Okay, we're gonna do 3. 1, 2, and 3. So we have an odd number, but here's our other blue one. That's the wrong blue. I mean, don't waste the stuff that you guys have. That's why I'm like, they go great. This is what, that's the wrong blue again. And I lost it. Yikes. Okay. I think this is my blue. That is not my blue. Well, there you have it. I am not going to waste your guys' time. Like, I will fix this in a minute because I really think that one is black. But it could be the dark blue. Interesting. Anyways, that is my card. This is, where's that envelope? It's going in a clear envelope. So you guys can see. It's very simple, gorgeous little inside extra, really cute little card. I hope y'all like this. I really had a great time creating it. Need to get my mojo back after not crafting for so long, and please come back and visit me in my Wonderland. Bye-bye for now.